So final thought about ignorance being a bliss and burying our heads in the sand instead of looking tough situations and hard things in the face. And I think we all fail at this. I'm sure I do. I have. And the question is, of course, what if there is a better way than burying our head in the sand? And of course there is. And we saw this in 2 Samuel 24, that David was walking down this road, and we said he was willing to first of all, he was willing to face his, like, own up his own error, like pull his head up from the sand and sort of face his own error. And then also that he was willing to trust God's mercy despite of being worthy of every punishment personally, and throwing himself sort of at God's mercy. And even though the chastisement will come, he was trusting God's nature in the end, knowing that God is on his side. So this is something that we have a choice in we have this choice to make every day of our lives, to not just hide from our troubles, but say, okay, I'm going to face it with God, and I'm going to bring it to God, and I'm going to trust God's mercy. And if I messed up, I messed up, and God help me, please, because I know you're on my side, and help me fix this. And then finally, this is 2 Samuel 24, verse 17. So when the chastisement comes, it is so severe that David is horrified at the toll it's taking on the kingdom, the number of people dying, and all the trouble. And he says, "Lo, I have sinned," this is verse 17, "and I have done wickedly. But these sheep, what have they done? Let your hand, I pray you, be against me." Okay, so this is David personally taking the responsibility on himself. He's not saying, "Oh, I'm sure I failed somehow, but I don't know how. I'm going to pretend I don't know how. I don't want to specify it." But he's saying, no, I messed up, and Lord, it's rather I would pay. Okay, so this is an interesting point. It's easy to say, "Oh, I'm not going to face the trouble as long as I don't care about anyone. As long as I'm selfish, it's easy to say, I don't want to go on this hard road. I'm not going to face up my trouble. I'm just going to wait till it falls on me when it must. But until then, I'm not going to volunteer myself to responsibility, and I'm not going to make myself accountable. Why would I do it?" So, of course, we can live like that, but that also signifies that I am being very selfish, because David here showed why he went down this road. He had a relationship with God, and also he loved his people. He wasn't just the king of the kingdom, but he loved his people, and he was willing to take the penalty rather on himself. And this is also an act of faith. And I think this is the better way in life, because when you love someone and you care for them, then you can actually deal with things because of their sakes, and say, I'm not going to postpone it. I'm not just going to say, I'll deal with it later. No, I'm just going to say, okay, I want to know what it is, God. I'm coming to you. Please deal with my heart. Deal with me if you need to. And I'm going to trust you for it. And rather hurt me. I don't want them to suffer for my stupidity. And David had an amazing heart in this, and may God grant this to us as well, and may we be bold in faith to act like he did. So just some thought for the morning, some spiritual thought for the morning to chew on, and God bless your day.